Ahoy there, and welcome to a cheeky little Dead by Daylight video. As you may have known, June 14th, 2026 was the 10-year anniversary for Dead by Daylight. They had quite a few announcements that they did on their live stream. We have our lovely cosplay, the Minotaur for Oni. It was super cool. And then we do have the name for the new survivor that we had the perks revealed to us and tested on the Jason Voorhees player test build, the PTB, was for Shane Wigwaz, which I'm probably butchering his last name, but basically he is part of the Anishinaabe. He is a Native American, so U.S., North America, indigenous tribe. And then you can see that influence in the key art. The official release date of August 25th for the Grimoire Killer, The Judgment, and the new survivor, Aurora. We have the casting of Frank Stone. It's going to be a chapter. Could be that we're also getting some of the survivors from the game. I'm highly suspecting that it'll definitely be a killer at the very least. We'll get Frankie Boy. They are going to do a new map at the end of this year, 2026, which is going to be the Mall. So it is supposed to be a play on the liminal space. Also, immediately when I saw this, I thought of, was that also Kane Pixels? Did he also do, what is it? Is it the longest way home? Kane Pickles. Kane Pickles, stop. Stop, what? The Oldest View. Yeah, The Oldest View. That's what I thought of. The Rolling Giant. That would be really cool. And honestly, how, except, well, I feel like people have theorized putting in the weeping, I promise this is relevant, putting in the weeping angels from like Doctor Who into the fog. But honestly, the whole like look, don't look mechanic is very abusable, especially in a coordinated team. And so the Oldest View kind of has that vibe, but it's not entirely that. Theories, thoughts. It could just be happenstance. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. But that's just what I think of, and like these doors that are not quite leading to anything. Stuff that doesn't quite make sense. Like that. Yeah. Instead of the masquerade, like in previous years, which I wouldn't know, I wasn't around then, we do have the Black Banquet. So, as it says, the end of the Twisted Masquerade brings a new tradition. So, the thing that they teased is that you will gather ingredients, build a feast, but it begins June 25th. And goes through July 16th. This is probably going to be the time when we get the cakes. And if we don't get the cakes, we riot. And there's going to be a lot of new cosmetics, including some pretty similar to the ones you are seeing in the key art. If I'm being honest, I think I trust Scandinavians with horror. I mean, have you met the Skarsgård brothers? Like, I trust them. I trust them.
But
We gotta watch this. We gotta watch this.
coming out on June 25th. Let's take a look.
Yay! Also, not to judge somebody's ethnicity based on their voice. Although sometimes you can, my belief is you can usually kind of tell. Not always, not in every instance. And there is such a thing as code switching, but he does sound like he could be legitimately Native American. Let's listen back.
Buried for a reason, or hiding in plain sight.
I think it's the intonation, just like the cadence of the way he talks. If they actually hire, which I think they do this anyway, like, but like with V in the Kresu, I am highly betting that they have somebody who is of that ethnicity voice the role.
Looking for it.
Like the way he said, "Come looking for it." Like to me, that just. Oh. A crow.
I thought I was hunting answers in the dark. Maybe the dark was hunting me.
The fact that he's a lawyer, I had a feeling when I saw that the perks were called cross-examination. I'm like, bing, 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 ace attorney. It's giving lawyer. But anyway, super cool. I love it.
Shane is getting his own unique voice in the game. Nation actor Dallas Goldtooth voicing him. You might know him from Reservation Dogs. Yeah.
Also, he's right. He is actually Native American. I'm sold. I don't even know. I feel like, from what I hear, once again, I am old. Back in my day, Native American, Native Indian sometimes even. But usually, if you know the tribe, it's best to say the tribe. And let's go back to see
We're thrilled
if
to say that we have the wonderful First Nation actor Dallas Goldtooth.
Here's where I did a little bit of research. We put some respect on it. He is Lakota. Also, so a huge thing that I noticed throughout this entire thing, this is completely an aside to any like news or anything, is like, which I understand, especially as an originally like an indie dev company, and I think for the most part they're still considered an indie dev company. The way that they kept referencing like the fans, we do this for the fans. I don't believe it's an exact quote, but I kept thinking of the K-pop Demon Hunters for the fans.
The fans.
So anyway, that
will be officially released in August.
yay! Which honestly, that's a really quick turnaround. To be honest, damn. So I think that's Vicky Valiant. I get her shorts recommended to me. She's fun.
Now, yes.
Sometimes. Oh wait, that's Alf. I'm guessing that's James. JRM. Oh, that's cute. Look at them. And I know Hens and Ots were at the front row on the other side of the middle aisle, I think. Also, no. Sorry. That's me being nosy. We're gonna not be nosy because it's a relationship, a little e-daters that they're like, no, can't a guy and a girl just be friends? And like, I mean, yeah. And then it turns out they were more than friends. Which I always, okay, I'm not naming names. If you know, you know. As I said, I'm not naming names just because relationships happen and they end, and sometimes they happen and they continue forever, and that's cute. But it's so funny to me. It's like, can't the guy and a girl just be friends? And then they were never, well, not necessarily never, but they're more than just friends. And it's like, this is why people are like, guys and girls can't just be friends, because the ones who are perhaps more than friends are like, no, we're just friends. Stop. Just, I mean, I get it, but like, stop. Stop using that as an excuse. Like, I understand wanting to keep your relationship private, but like, we're not dumb. It is a little parasocial, though, to be assuming, but you know. Frankie Wanky. Sorry. Wow. I feel like with that design, he could have a sick Mori. Side news, I do have the game. Does that mean it's time to dust off that bad boy? I've seen it played through before, and at least a couple different people's playthroughs. It has been long enough that more likely than not, I don't remember. However, my memory can be really good if I get like a key hint or a key clue. Oh, I love the textures on the envelope and the knife. Do we think killers are gonna have red masks and survivors are gonna have white masks?
banquet is all about food.
Let her talk.
Finding it, devouring it, and if you're the killer, tainting it, poisoning it. Here's something to get you hungry for more.
So, yeah.
Not yet though.
But the only
False start.
And of course we do, because the Black Banquet collection is part of the event and the perfect way to celebrate.
They're like, don't forget about the
These
money-making
outfits
part of
have
it.
a real cold tea and
Body is Tia. Especially if
my
you can
goodness.
change the
I
mask.
really love that
That'd be
already.
great.
Cannot wait to get it for myself, so add it to my...
Also, I love the background.
And we've got outfits for the Trapper, the Legion,
So we have Dwight, Kate, and Claudette.
the Oni, the Doctor.
I hope they're not linked sets.
The upcoming rift called Sunflesh,
Oh,
featuring
wait.
an ornate desert-themed
Bro, I'm dumb. Oh, we knew about this. Oh, I was like, yo. I don't know why in my head these were part of the Black Banquet. So this is the next rift after our current Darkest Dungeon rift. It'll be Sunflesh. What, ancient Egypt? But like, okay, we love this. We love the bodice. We love the mask. I think those will be flowy and not just like that. But like, who is that? Wait, is that artist? No, I think that's Wraith.
That's the Wraith, baby.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Love it. Community
Let's take a look
world.
at
Oh,
Fang.
so cute.
And the Knight.
I know this is what CM Pixies has been wanting is a night with flowers. I want it to have more floral
I can't wait
elements.
for that one.
Huntress is Iron Maiden. So then there's the sweatshirts
Which
and
were
the
designed
masks.
16.
Yeah. They're looking
Rick
good.
Rashopney. The first new outfit will be released in August. And he's one we've gotten a ton of requests for since we've launched the chapter. Anyone would be happy.
I'd be barking too. So when I get this, I'm more likely to play as Rick than I currently am. Like, I do like Daryl and what's his name? Norman Reedus. He's an okay guy, I think. But give me Stephen Yoon. My life is yours.
If you haven't guessed it already, we're of course talking about Negan.
Yes. So confirmed.
Silent Hill.
Yes.
We'll continue. The new Silent Hill legendary outfit will transform
I do
her
also kind of
into
want Fox
chemisy
Guy, not gonna
nappies.
lie. Or having, is it spoilers? Having the bride be a new killer. Like, I feel like it could be much more expanded than just a skin. But I'll take Hinako for now.
Have another Silent Hill legendary outfit coming next year into one of Silent Hill's most iconic monsters at the Pyramid Head, the ever creepy nurse.
No, spirit of me. Okay, so there's Hinako. Girly pop. We might have to bump up Cheryl. June 30th. And see, that's the little ears. It looks a little funky, but that's just how the character looks. That particular nurse. And that is the design. I googled it. I checked.
Diablo.
Ooh, scary. I forgot they gave examples. I just know nothing about it, so I didn't bother. But the artist.
Taught us that the real monster might just be hiding in plain sight. And sometimes that monster is
Okay, here's a random thought, and I doubt they'll do it. But wouldn't it be cheeky? And you know how I love cheeky. Wouldn't it be cheeky if sometimes the school buses that can spawn on certain maps, if they randomly were colored skin, you know, had a little cosmetic on them to make them look like the mystery man? Just a thought. Wouldn't that be delightful?
maybe
Thelma
get
could be
a
fun.
little
Oh, I love that. Dwight. Is that
Oh my
Dwight?
God, I can't wait. Oh my God.
Part of me is
So
like that
thank you,
almost is
Sarah,
giving David.
for
But I
giving
think
us
it's supposed
all
to
of
be
that
Dwight.
amazing information.
Especially 'cause the
Can y'all
glasses.
thank Sarah?
Also because Dwight's a little pooky beer.
I do have to apologize. I am here to talk to you about games that are not Dead by Daylight. I promise they're great games.
CEO.
Great games.
It
Nightmare.
has my
And it
face.
was
But basically, this part is announcing. Well, I don't. Is this true? Is that they're kind of co-publishing, or they're kind of like big brothering some of the other indie games. So there's like certain partnerships, and one of them, I was like, oh wait, that's familiar. Not this one. I don't
Terrible
think.
Lizards is coming to PC and console.
So that's one.
To PC and
And
console.
Don't Fret was one that I saw way back in the day. It feels like back when Matt Pat was still part of the game theory and related channels and was actively on the couch playing games. This was one of them that he played where you're a little guitar boy and you're trying to go through your music school, but it's haunted.
By Giant Light
And
Studios.
Mr. Magpie's harmless card game. So there's little trailers and stuff. To be honest, these are all kind of quirky. Out of fear of saying mascot horror, it is kind of giving mascot horror poppy playtime. I just feel like there is a saturation, but I do feel like it looks decent enough that as long as the gameplay's decent, it'll do well. And then of course this is the Don't Fret one. Welcome. We're so happy to have you here at Harmonic Heights.
No matter what happens, I want you to know I always loved you.
I want you to know I'm your mommy. And then yeah, there's little puzzles and you puzzle your way through stuff, and there's little horrors and stuff. And October 1st, 2026. And at least when it was in their infancy, back in the day, back when Matt Pat played, I thought it seemed really well done, and that there was decent story behind it, and it wasn't just story to have story. And it'll be on Xbox and PS5. Welcome to the current game. Oh no, Jerry. You hear the discordance in the music? That's how you know it's sussy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Jerry. Oh no. With exclusive rewards coming to Dead by Daylight, which is... Oh, he's on the hook.
Where's the camera? Wish list them right now.
It's like, please.
We encourage players to try the game by offering them rewards in DBD. We're going to do the same thing for Terrible Lizards and Don't Fret and Mr. Magpie as the game gets closer to launch.
But here's,
We start
you
here
know,
so that we are also redoing the hair.
He looks so baby still. Look how pink his lips are. His eyelashes.
Yeah.
Yum.
Look at that.
Claudette.
No matter how we
Tutorial.
evolve these characters.
There's the animation. Oh, it looks so much better.
Skin and flesh. There are bones, and we can animate now
Bones.
the characters in ways we couldn't before.
Look, they brought back the fog. They made it less green. It's still fairly green. Which, not to be a tornado expert for a second here, but I swear to God, if they do have more extreme weather elements like a tornado, and you don't make a sky that's either beautiful or dark, turn something green, like the clouds fucking threw up in the sky, then I don't fucking want it. You're gonna do it, you do it right. Give me the fucking, not the cumulonimbus. We like cumulonimbus. Give me the fucking bookshelf clouds, the scary clouds with some green. That's how you know it's tornado weather. And that's what you're gonna do, okay? Otherwise, I don't want it. Do not give me tornado unless you're gonna do it properly, okay? Consult a meteorologist, please. And the neon lighting.
Oh, hey, wait up, don't play that one!
Dynamic weather. get it. So there's wind
Okay.
affects grass.
So we are proud to say that we are working on a
Snow.
dynamic weather system. And here's a sneak peek of it. Yeah.
Is it even live theater or live production without a little,
there we go.
little funk? You know what I mean? Aura. The rain. It's not leaving scratch marks, but it could just be like an in development thing, a work in progress thing. And like her slag marks also look kind of weird.
So light rain, heavy rainstorm, snow, blood rain, tornadoes, sharknadoes, you name it.
Yeah, I doubt we're getting Sharknadoes, but it would be cool if certain maps could have certain weather and other maps wouldn't necessarily have it, like a tornado. Having watched other horror games or stuff, it's fun when there's scripted events and like random events and like a good mix of the two. So like an example is a scripted event in Dead by Daylight would be like on the Trickster's Delusion map. If you go past the certain AC unit or, you know, whatever, the metal box, that there's a body that drops and makes a loud banging noise, and then, you know, there's that set animation. It would be fun if there's a random chance for weather, and then that weather is like intense. Like Phasmophobia kind of has that, where like you kind of have this dice roll thing that happens,
Snow, blood rain,
but having that happen in Dead by
tornado.
Daylight,
We've also
like
improved the
mud.
fog and the mist. It reacts to you. It looks much better, more immersive, more ambient.
So we are currently
Yeah.
targeting 2027 for this update, the second half
Yeah.
of it.
Second half of, so it'll be a while yet, but it is exciting.
I love you.
Other
First
game
one,
modes.
early 27, will be a brand new 1v1 experience for Dead by Daylight.
The zombie
So
one,
it's
yeah.
still a 4v1 zombie horde that are bots going around the levels. The objective for the survivor is not to repair a gen, but it's to create vaccines and to become hunters of zombies.
But wait, there's
Start
more.
We've shared with you today in roadmap form.
It's time to
Yes, very exciting. November, another licensed chapter. Except wait, there's more. It's Terrifier. That's on the roadmap, the one that's for November. Yeah. And that is the end. The good and the bad. The good is I'm not familiar with a lot of the IPs for the different horror things. Only a couple I'm familiar with. Terrifier is one I'm not super familiar with. I'm always excited for other people. So I'm always ready to be excited, you know? But is that I've also heard very bad things about Terrifier. Especially in the sense that, like, there's a bit of a difference between how quickly men are killed in the Terrifier universe versus the women, and how it's kind of gross that there's such a difference. It feels a little bit awkward and yucky. And I'm like, oh, you're telling me that a genre that has been kind of historically has some issues with being vile towards women? Is it being vile towards women? Oh, so there's that to consider. But once again, in general, I'm excited for other people to be excited. And I think that the source material doesn't necessarily reflect on how people are going to end up playing, but sometimes it does. But overall, super exciting. Exciting for the 20th anniversary and all the fun new stuff, which we already know about Jason Voorhees. Oh my goodness, we already know about that. We are super looking forward to Glenn and Hinako, and especially because Hinako is this month. Yay! Just barely, but still. And Shane, the new original survivor. Hell yeah. There is a special anniversary code for 10 million blood points. So that is... It takes about 1 million to prestige a character once. It's probably more like 1.2 to be a little bit more exact on how much it costs to prestige once. But like if you have certain characters you're trying to work towards that kind of thing, But I would highly suggest waiting on actually spending the blood points. Like, oh, whatever, you can redeem it if you want now. I would highly suggest waiting to spend those points for when the Black Masquerade comes out, because more likely than not, they'll have the cakes that are stackable. And people are theorizing based on previous years that they're going to be 110%. I recommend waiting until the Black Masquerade to see if there's any special offerings were given so that you can spread the points as you so desire and require for you to have a good year until the next anniversary event, and hopefully we get even more cakes. That is the recommendation. And then they also don't have a cap, because at this point in time, the blood point cap is 5 million, but when it comes to redeeming codes, you can go over that. So if you have the cap to begin with, the 5 milli, and then you do the code for 10 milli, you'll have 15 million blood points on your account, and that's perfectly fine. You just may need to start spending because you might not be able to earn any unless it's through like tomes or those other things. I think you can still earn them through. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.